right. I appreciate you guys joining to Mount Polumbus Speaks here. Happy Friday to you. Was out at Broncos organized team activities yesterday, was out there last week as well. So there's been two practices that the media has been allowed to go watch. Both been on Thursdays, so last Thursday and yesterday. And I got to tell you, man, the team looks pretty sharp. They do. They look really, really clean. They look really, really crisp. There's very little drama going on out there. We've got no quarterback problems. We're not counting snap counts. We're not charting the plays from Bo Nix to see how many balls hit the ground, how many completions are there. There's very few battles going on this football team, and it looks to me like we've got a team that's got some continuity brewing. So I'll break down everything that I saw out at practice yesterday and give you guys my thoughts on who's been standing out and what battles do we have going on this football team. There's not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot of drama going on right now, which is a very good thing because that means that in year 3, Sean Payton has got the roster that he wants. He's got his guys. Matter of fact, the Broncos have had the fewest amount of roster turnover of any team in the NFL this year, which is very unusual, man. I mean, I don't know what the exact number is, but if I had to guess on any given year, you bring back about 70% of last year's roster. And the Broncos are much, much higher than that this year. So that means that Sean likes his roster. He likes the guys that are out there. Okay, before I break down practice, though, as always, I do need to take a quick second here to thank my title sponsor. You guys know who that is. That is Safeway. I've been working with Safeway now for quite some time, and Safeway's been a tremendous partner of Mount Polumbus Speaks and a tremendous charitable partner of mine as well with my charity events that I've done over the years. Safeway is a different type of grocery store. I love their app. They've got a tremendous app. Make sure you download that app on your phone today because if you don't have the Safeway app, you're missing out. What I do is I just order about once a week. They save my order. I add 5 or 6 items. It literally takes me 4 minutes before I blink my eye. They've got all that food sitting there waiting for me at my doorstep. Safeway's been my favorite local grocer, serving Colorado families since 1926. From fresh produce to tender cuts of meat, Safeway offers local fruits and vegetables from Colorado farms and serves Colorado proud Angus beef. So make sure you check out your local Safeway today. Shop at your local Safeway. Learn more at Safeway.com or shop in the store today. Make sure you go download that Safeway app so that you can save a boatload of money. Okay, so what's been going on out at OTAs for the last couple weeks? Well, first things first, it's very settled, right? And what I mean by that is it almost feels weird as a Broncos fan not to have a whole lot of drama going on. It almost feels weird not going out to practice and charting every single throw that Bo Nix has, trying to see were they successful, were they not, how many balls hit the ground, does the backup look better than the starter? Bo Nix is just the guy. Bo Nix is the guy, and he's in charge of this football team right now. You know, I'm a fan of Bo Nix. I wouldn't consider myself a Bo Nix glazer, but I think Bo Nix has got a lot of really cool traits about him. And maybe the coolest trait that he's got is his leadership ability. Bo has a very big presence for a second-year player. And you can tell that he's in charge of this football team. He is got a gravitational force to him that a lot of players don't get until year 4 or year 5. And Bo's in year 2. He's got that. This is just his football team. This is Bo Nix's football team. And what has the Broncos been working on over the last couple days? Well, yesterday was a third down day. So they did have a couple different periods where they're working on third downs. And you know what, man? Bo looks sharp. So your starting wide receivers are Cortland Sutton, Devon Vele and Marvin Mims. And Devon Vele appears to be firmly entrenched in that starting unit with those wide receivers. So Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant, these guys will be duking it out for the third and fourth spots, for the fourth and the fifth spots in those wide receiver rooms. And in the early parts of OTAs, yesterday, watching the chemistry between Courtland Sutton and Bo Nix, it was pretty cool, man. Courtland Sutton, that is he's a big physical wide receiver, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down. Courtland was in last offseason, Courtland Sutton was holding out. He wanted a new contract. He didn't get it. And the Broncos did end up giving Courtland Sutton a little bit of a pay raise last year, but that didn't mean that it came with an entire new contract. They just upped it a little bit to keep him happy, and they made it to this offseason. Last year, Courtland was sitting out OTAs. This year, he's decided he's going to show up. Courtland is making $13.75 million this year, which is definitely a healthy amount of money, but that puts him at like number 28 or number 29 in top highest paid wide receivers in the NFL. You've got, 8 guys in the NFL right now making $30 million or more. Jamar Chase is making $40 million a year. Justin Jefferson, $35 million a year. CeeDee Lamb, $34. DK Metcalf, $33. A.J. Brown, $32. Amon-Ra St. Brown, $30. Tyreek Hill, $30. Brandon Ayuk, $30. And then there's a bunch of guys right after that are 28, 27. Courtland Sutton's going to want to get paid a healthy amount of money. Now, is Courtland Sutton worth $30 million a year? Probably not, but he's definitely worth more than $13.75 per year. And you got 3 guys on this team right now that all want new contracts. That's Courtland Sutton, that's Zach Allen, that's Jonathan Franklin Myers, and Nick Bonito. There's 4 guys. So what will be the priority list? I think in order, Zach Allen is the number 1 priority. Courtland Sutton is the number 2 priority. Nick Bonito would be 3. Jonathan Franklin Myers would be 4. You're not going to get all 4 of those deals done this offseason, but I think you can get 1 or 2 of them done. And I think you start with Zach Allen because he's the best of the bunch. Zach Allen is a top 2 or 3 interior defensive lineman in the NFL. He's worthy of every dollar that he wants. So let's pay the dude what he needs and what he deserves. Courtland Sutton, to me, that's a little bit more interesting because what kind of dollar figure is he really going to be looking for? No, he's not a true number 1 in terms of like being a $30 million per year type of guy, but he's probably worth $23, $24, $25 million a year. And even if you paid him $23 billion a year, that would still only put him in the top 15 highest paid wide receivers. So there's been no drama with Courtland, no holdout that's going on, but Courtland looks tremendous. And I do think that they will have a new deal done with Courtland Sutton before training camp begins, certainly before the regular season gets around. I'd be shocked if Courtland Sutton does not have a new deal in his pocket. I think that Zach Allen will have a new deal before the season begins. And then Nick Bonito, you know what? He had a tremendous year last year, but I think I'd make him prove it. I do. Pass rusher money is just so freaking much that I would tell him, look, we love you. We want to pay you. We can't do it just yet. Get him into the season. See if he's going to prove that he's going to have another year like he did last year. If he does, you can start conversations. And, you always run the risk. The further you go without giving a guy a new contract, you run the risk that the guy's going to want to get to free agency and he might not take your hometown discount. Well, the good news is with Nick Bonito, you can always throw the franchise tag on him if you have to. So if things get contentious and he does prove it, then you throw the franchise tag on him, you do what you got to do, or you end up paying him whatever you got to pay him. So I think I'd wait a little bit on Nick Bonito. I think I'd make him earn it. Jonathan Franklin Myers, we're not talking about as much money as these other guys, so he's pretty low on the priority list for me. What did we see out of practice yesterday? Devon Vele is a dude. Devon Vele is coming along, man. He had a fantastic training camp last year, and he's been fantastic at the 2 OTAs that I've seen that the media has been allowed to be out there for. Devon had the best catch of the day yesterday. Last week, Courtland Sutton had the best catch of the day. They were both highly contested balls. They're very similar wide receivers, Devon Vele and Courtland Sutton. They're going to be jump ball guys. They're not necessarily yak guys, yards after the catch type of football players, but they're good, physical, box out wide receivers that are going to come down with contested balls. R.J. Harvey is, as of now, your starting your starting running back. He has been in there with the starters just about every single rep, and he looks really good. Now, what's been interesting is J.K. Dobbins. So J.K. Dobbins was in the building, and as of the time of me recording this, J.K. Dobbins has not officially been signed by the Broncos, but he was in the building yesterday. Now, we'll see if he gets signed here today or not. But if J.K. Dobbins does get signed, I think J.K. Dobbins is actually probably your starting running back, and R.J. Harvey is your number 2 running back. Whose job is in jeopardy if they bring J.K. Dobbins in? Couple guys. Maybe it's Jaleel. Probably it's Audric Estime. The Broncos are very high on Tyler Biddet. Sean Payton continues to bring up Tyler Biddet any chance he can get. What I've liked about R.J. Harvey is that he's got tremendous speed, but he also has looked pretty good out of the backfield. They've thrown a bunch of wheel routes to him, and he looks like he's got pretty good hands. He's caught every ball that's come his way. Pat Bryant is another rookie this year that the Broncos have got high hopes for. Pat Bryant has got pretty sharp route running ability. Doesn't have breakaway speed. Again, a very similar football player to Courtland Sutton and Devon Vele. But I know that the Broncos have got big plans for him. Audric Estime is going to be interesting to me because they continue to talk him up, but if you follow the evidence would tell you they don't appear to be super high on Audric Estime. Audric Estime got benched in a playoff game last year for Tyler Biddet, who'd been on the injury report for the entire season. He'd been on the IR, the injured reserve, He'd been on the IR, and for the playoff game, Audric Estime was a healthy scratch. They brought Tyler Biddet back. He's in the doghouse. So Audric Estime's got his work cut out for him, especially if the Broncos do end up signing J.K. Dobbins. Another guy that the Broncos are really huge on, Evan Ingram. I haven't necessarily seen a lot of plays from Evan Ingram the 2 days that I've been out there, but I do know this, talking to coaches after practice, the Broncos are super high on him. Super, super high on Evan Ingram. Evan's had some tremendous years in the NFL, but he is getting older, and this free agency class that the Broncos had, it's major boom or bust because Talanoa Hufanga is a fantastic safety, was injured last year. Dre Greenlaw, fantastic inside linebacker, injured last year. Evan Ingram, fantastic tight end, injured last year. All 3 of these guys have got major boom or bust potential to help out the Denver Broncos if they can stay healthy. Okay, so Dre Greenlaw has not been out there. Talanoa has been out there. Evan Ingram has been out there. Dre Greenlaw has been working on his own on the side field. Was watching him quite a bit yesterday. That's a stout son of a gun, man. He's a really stout son of a gun. It's cool to hear Evan Ingram talk about Bo Nix and the appeal that Bo Nix brought to Evan Ingram to want to come play for the Broncos. You know, Evan talks about Bo Nix like he's already got the Broncos as a destination for free agents. I don't know that I necessarily would agree with that, but I think he's on that trajectory. I'd say he's about one really good year away from having the Broncos be a free agency destination. What else? What else? Garrett Bowles was not out there. He was excused from practice. They are voluntary practices. I did not see Ben Powers out there. Jonathan Franklin Myers has not been out there for OTAs. They say that is not a contract holdout. They say that Jonathan Franklin Myers just doesn't do OTAs. That's just what he's always done. So not a lot of drama to be seen. Peyton Manning was out of practice, so cool to see Peyton and Bo Nix chatting up. That's always good to see. I don't know that those two have a ton of communication. I don't think that Bo Nix is wearing out Peyton Manning, but shoot, any chance Bo Nix gets to pick Peyton Manning's brain, I would call that a fantastic opportunity. What else? What else? Alex Singleton. Alex Singleton is out there. He's coming off of injury. He's not participating in team drills, although he did say that he expects to be participating in team drills by the time training camp rolls around. So that's good news. I think that's about it. I think that's about it for now. I would say this. Next week, the Broncos begin their mini camp. We should be out there for all 3 days of that. The media should be able to see all that, so I should be able to give you guys reports from every single practice. For now, we've only been able to see 2 organized team activities, and it's been pretty limited. Very little drama. Broncos look sharp. Broncos look like a wild card football team to me. Okay, that's it for now. Appreciate you guys watching Mount Polumbus Speaks. If you've not subscribed to the podcast, make sure you do that. Hit that link in my bio if you're watching on Twitter, and go over to YouTube and hit subscribe. That's where all my content lives. You want to make sure you don't miss out on any of my content that lives unique to the YouTube platform. Again, thank you to Safeway, the title sponsor of Mount Polumbus Speaks. Make sure you